What's going on, everybody? Your boy, man, up here. Um, you know, I was sent this video, and there, I kind of agree with him, like 50-50. I agree, I don't agree. Because I hate it when there's multiple parties involved in a situation, and you only blame one side. Like the other party didn't have nothing to do with the situation. You see what I'm saying? So, hopefully y'all read the caption up there, and you get where I'm coming from when I'm saying this. Because people love to blame the man for everything. Y'all love to blame the man, say it's the man's fault. He did this, he did that. He shouldn't have whatever. And it's like, didn't you partake in the activity as well? Didn't you partake in enjoying the moment? You get my point. I'm trying to watch my words. You get my point. Let's go ahead and play this video, and so I can elaborate.
If you're easily offended, run now. That's your only trigger warning.
I hate that you have to do that, because you don't do that when you when they playing a song on the radio. You don't do that when when a TV show comes on, when you watch the TV. Why in the hell? You know what? I ain't finna get into that rant. Let's go ahead and play the video.
58% of American black women that have children have at least one child by multiple different men. In other words, 58% of black women have two or more baby daddies. Okay? Now, y'all, TikTok has been suppressing my videos a little bit recently. I don't know why, but so I need y'all to like this. I need y'all to comment on it because we need to have this conversation. According to a study that was done by Cassandra Dorius, who's a postdoctorate fellow at the University of Michigan's Institute for Social Research, mothers with multiple fathers for their children are more likely to be underemployed, to have lower incomes, and to be less educated. According to the study, families with multiple fathers are stressed out, with issues often arising about how to consistently raise a child in different households. I got a question, because I've heard this used about the fact that 59% of black women that have kids have two or more baby daddies. I've heard this used by the pundits on podcasts. I've heard this used by the manosphere. I've heard this used by a lot of men that want to just bash the out of women. So it's like, okay, I accept your premise, but here's the thing. Typically, this study does not take into account the amount of women that were married before they had kids or then got divorced and got remarried and had children. This study doesn't bring that up. It doesn't take that into account.
Studies doesn't always bring everything into account. For example, I might have the timeline wrong, the year wrong, excuse me, but when they did the study saying that men make more money than women, they didn't take into the fact that men tend to do more dangerous jobs, so that means more pay. Men tends to work more hours than women, so that, again, more pay. Women tend to take more time off because of the children, less pay. Women tend to take time off to have kids, less pay. Women tend to lean on their man to make the money, so they'll go and get part-time jobs, less pay. What they basically did, that study, long story short, they got 100 women, 100 men. How much money do the men make per year? How much money do these women make per year? Oh, on average, men make more money than women. But they ain't taking the fact that men are more skilled, trained for certain positions. Like I said, men work more hours. Men tend to do the more dirty and dangerous jobs than women. You know, stuff like that. Men are more physically capable to do certain jobs than women. Like on my job, they hire a bunch of women. But who is helping these women do their work? Men. So come on now. So it's a lot of stuff that these studies do not take into account. Because if they did, these studies will always be incomplete. There wouldn't be no studies. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just take that into consideration before you start your argument. Of course, they're not going to say certain things. They're not. These studies are not. But let's continue.
What I want to know from the men is this. Typically speaking, because I've had conversations with thousands of women at this point, they all say, especially the ones that have multiple children by different men, they say, after my first marriage ended, I became celibate. I said, I'm going to hold out. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to wait to have sex again, that kind of thing. The men they were encountering that were black men were saying, well, you already somebody's mama. Why I got to wait to get the draws? Why I got to wait to clap the cheeks? Why I got to wait to get the... And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. Before we sit up here and try to damn and condemn women for having more than one child out of wedlock. Now, granted, there are a large percentage, a growing percentage of women that want children without getting married, to which I say, y'all know my opinion on that. I think that's stupid. I think that's stupid. I'm always think that's stupid. But to the men that want to bash women, that try to be celibate afterwards, this still proves to me men have no problem sleeping with and reproducing with women that they supposedly deem the unworthies, the undesirables, because I thought single mamas I thought they were the untouchables.
Nobody never said that they didn't want to have sex with a single mom. Show me one video. I am willing to be proven wrong. Please leave a comment with the link of a man saying he is not going to have sex with a single mom. I didn't say a relationship or marry. I said sex. So before you twist somebody's words, show me a video where a man said he is not going to have sex with a single mom. Men are more willing to have sex with a single mom because in his head, she'll be quicker to give it up. I'm not saying that's true. I said in his head. So don't twist my words. Again, show me a video where a man said he is not going to have sex with a single mom. Now, there are tons of videos of of men saying he is not going to get in a relationship and or marry a single mom. Yes, I've seen those. I've seen millions of those, but I've never seen that one where a man said he is not willing to have sex with a single mom. Please show me that video. See, this is the part where I'm starting to disagree with him, because mostly women do this. They'll take what someone says and flip it into a way to make, you know what I'm saying, to I guess have an argument with or whatever. But I have yet to see one of that. Let's go ahead and continue. Got about like a minute. Like a minute left.
I thought they were the undesirables. So why is it that women that have children, both in and out of wedlock, with one man already, still get sexual access from these supposed high-value kings of the earth?
Like I just said it. There ain't no man on this earth that's ever said, I am not going to have sex with a single mom. Oh, she a single mom? Nope, I ain't having sex with her. Now, there are plenty of them that said he ain't going to marry or he don't want to have a relationship with her. Yes. So come on now. That's why I say people don't really pay attention, or they do pay attention and just take what you say and flip it so they can have an argument. Nobody said single moms are undesirable. Single moms get married all the time. I mean, hey, look at Sierra. She married Russell Wilson. Let's continue.
Like, the math doesn't math to me. And as I investigate this further, I'm really starting to think you could either use this to bash women, or you could use this to say men are so hypersexual in this world today that they don't really give a about no legacy. They don't give a about having multiple children in one household that have been fathered by multiple different men. They don't give a about being statistics.
Neither do women. Because if you did, you wouldn't do that. So like I said, this is the part where I'm starting to disagree. Because you can't just blame one side. When there's two parties involved, you can't blame just one side and not the other. Because if women cared about the legacy of their kids, about bringing their kids up in a positive, constructive situation, they wouldn't do this. I did a video a while back on my channel. If I can find it, I'm going to put the link in the comments, This one guy who had 14 kids by 14 different women. Now you tell me who you think is at fault. And the crazy thing is, all of those women knew about each other because all of the women were in the video. Come on now. So it ain't like he lied. He couldn't have. They just want, man, you know what? I'm just going to put it like this here. When there's two parties involved and the situation is not a positive situation, you cannot sit here and just blame one side and not the other. The other side has to take some kind of fault. Something. Because, yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue. I don't want to go on no rant. Got a few more seconds.
They don't. Because if they did, this number of women that have children by more than one man would be drastically lower than what it currently is. So y'all tell me if I'm right, wrong, or indifferent. If you've made it this far, please let me know you made it this far. Put a church down there in the comments if you got this far. Because my thing is this. If men are supposed to be the leaders of society, if we're supposed to be the head honchos, we're the patriarchs, right? We lead society. Why are we leading in creating broken houses?
You can say the same thing about women allowing the man to create broken homes. Think about it before you start blaming someone else. Women allow it. Men only have one option, either to do it or not to do it. That's the only option that man has. Women have tons of options. To let him or not let him. Once she lets him, she finds out she's pregnant. I don't like these options, but they have these options to not go any further with the pregnancy. I do not like, for the record, Man Up said he do not like those options. I think everybody should have a chance at life. All right. Now that I said that, even after she given birth, she still have options. Come on now. You gotta stop blaming one side. The woman is partaking in these options as well. It's allowing the man to do these things as well. So she don't care about broken homes either. She don't care about the stability and what kind of life that her kids are going to have either. Because if she did, she would not do these things. Granted, my situation, my mom and dad were married when I was born. Yes. My dad died of cancer when I was 6 years old. It was just me and my sisters. My mom didn't get with no other man. My mom didn't have no more kids. She had her kids, raised her kids on her own, and that was it. She didn't get with no other man and have kids with him. She didn't bring men around us. None of that stuff. True story. My dad died when I was 6 years old, died of cancer. Just me, my mom, my sisters. Excuse me. And my mom got on her grind until all her kids are out the house. Then she started taking it easy. That's when she got remarried. I'm the youngest. And my mom got remarried when I think I was 24, I think, 25, whatever. Something like that. I was in my early 20s. I'll put it like that. When my mom finally got remarried. So, again, you cannot blame just one side when there's multiple parties involved. Let's go ahead and continue. Got a few more seconds.
And in being active participants in the perpetuation of broken houses. Because the math ain't mathing. Church.
Now that this is over, I cannot just blame one side. You cannot. Because I know women love to blame men for everything. No matter what, it's the man's fault. I told my wife, women must have this motto. When in doubt, blame man. That's a woman's motto. That's a woman's motto. And it seemed like that's this guy's motto as well. Like I said, I 50% agree with him. Because, yes, the man should not be sleeping around like that, should not be creating broken homes. But you also got to put some of that blame on the woman as well.